Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spyro. Now, as you all remember in the last episode, Mason threw in the towel against Gnasty Nork, and now I have to take care of it for him.
It's a promise.
Yep. And to make it all the more hilarious for you, Mason has left me with but a single life.
Ah, yes. Right.
Oh yeah, we never went back and replenished any of that.
No, I have not. I have not gone off screen to replenish those lives. I still have jack shit.
Oh dear.
Which means, let's see if I could do this on one life.
Well, if anyone can, it'd be you.
No, if anybody can, it'd be a professional.
Again, Cody.
Not a professional.
I am by no means a professional, Mason. I am a rando chuckle fuck with half a brain.
But at least we're starting things off festive by just jumping straight into a boss fight, which it's not the first time we've ever done that, but it is the final boss fight.
Honestly, we normally say the final boss fight for its own episode.
Yep.
Cody getting his steps in for dealing with the thieves later.
This is a warm-up for the third game, man. That's all this is. Oh no! Blow it out your Norcoal.
I don't want to know what his Norcoal looks like.
The fact that I had this one almost down to a science where I could get him like at 50% of the time with a flame at that one spot.
Well, no, Mason, you got him 100% of the time because you got to Gnasty Nork every time.
I mean, in one go. Like that. It's like, usually I got it the first time.
Fuck!
Yeah,
Well, there it is. And we will see all of you immediately now. Welcome back.
This would be a time to pause the video, go get yourself some like snacks or something. This might take a while.
You know, make some popcorn, get yourself something to drink, relieve your bladder if you need to. You know, the little things in life. Smack a sibling around.
At least it gave you 4 lives. That could have been really bad and just give you the 1 life again.
Honestly, Mason, the only thing that would change is the loading time at that point. I'm confused. I saw up that that thief's robes. He has no legs.
Runs on
Oh,
sheer
God, legs.
willpower.
I'm going to use you as a horn warner. Get over here.
Oh, that made me feel so satisfied. Why are they just bouncing around like that?
I've come for your hide. I shall wear it like a pelt.
Yeah, that's all stuff.
Fuck you. Ah, boy. Fuck!
Well, that was bullshit.
I
That's
pressed the
fine
button
as
too
you
soon. No, I pressed the button too soon. That was on me.
That should have hit.
I win, bitch!
Hey, there you go.
So all I had to do was get to that one spot and I would have been able to kick his ass. God damn, I was so close.
Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot about you guys. What about Gnasty Gnome? Gnasty Nork is toast. So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom? Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure. What will you do next?
Toast cheap.
I'd say barbecue's next.
Toast some sheep.
And that was Spyro the Dragon!
Yeah.
So, Mason, your thoughts?
And you know, we've
Other
got
than
the
the last fight-
time, we can show him the bonus level.
I really don't see a purpose in showing him the bonus level.
honestly, other than the bullshit of the no checkpoint in the last boss fight, I wouldn't say it was bad. Frustrating, but not bad. The last one, that was bullshit.
Hey, look, the dragon with asthma.
I do enjoy that they included all these pictures of what exactly what happened to life after they went back. Which is just Spyro fucking up because he's a teenager.
Oh yeah.
Is all it is. It's Spyro fucking up because he's a teenager.
But is it really fucking up?
In
I mean,
some
look at that
cases.
one right there. That's not him fucking up. That's showing him his taste in music.
That's a generational gap, is what that is.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. One bringing out his old medieval robotic songs, the other putting out some rock and roll.
And apparently Spyro's got a thing for the arts. Theatrics. He'd fit right in.
Honestly, yes, it fits him perfectly.
I guess we know where he's going when he grows up.
I'm more concerned that he had to put holes in that helmet for his horns.
Why? Because they wouldn't just make him one?
Yeah.
Maybe they added so you had to make your own costume for it?
No, it's more like he went out, stole an orc helmet, put it on, and then punctured his horns through the helmet. I don't know what it is about this dragon in particular, but it just reminds me of Quetzal from Dragon Tales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Dragon Tales, that was such a good one.
I think it's the glasses.
It might be.
Yeah.
And the color.
I mean, they are the same color. Also, what the fuck was Spyro making?
A mask? A painting? A plate?
It was, I think it's supposed to be like a plate or a tile with a design on it.
At least
And see,
Smarts is
confirmation, the
helping.
pixie's name is Zoe.
And he tried to make Spyro please.
What do you mean
Spyro-
tried? He obviously succeeded.
The Sparks is loving it.
Yep.
Let's not forget that these dragons also taught him about the magic of fairy kisses. So there's some proof there that's on their mind at least several points throughout the day. Like that's confirmation of nothing else.
Did we ever even see a female dragon?
No,
No.
and you're not going to, believe it or not, not until the 360 games.
So he was sleeping and he just started ripping up bad the teenagers do.
I mean, judging by the marks on the left arm and the pentagram on his right arm, Spyro's been at this for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. At least
Quite
he
a
saved
while.
his face for last.
Yeah, gave him
Gave
plenty
him
of time to
plenty of
wake up.
opportunity. Torched sheep.
Spyro's favorite.
This is why Toasty exists, okay?
And Mason, this is canonical. Even in like the freaking Skylanders games, Spyro canonically despises sheep.
So, Mason, I have to ask, who is your favorite boss out of all of them?
Not the fight, the character.
Just basically the fight, the design, the freaking character they put into their what few animations you got to see of the character.
The metal armor was pretty good. Surprised when you found out that it was just a little guy inside it, but I thought the design looked pretty cool.
So, Metalhead.
Yeah.
Mad Snow Studios. Spyro, that's not how you make a cuckoo clock.
He's a little cuckoo, that's okay.
He's also apparently a theatrical bitch.
Yeah. There we go. Canonically, Spyro is dramatic.
Can you name a teenager who isn't? Hey, look, it's your favorite dragon.
I didn't say he was my favorite. I just said I liked his vibe, and I think my wife would like him.
Yeah.
So, who was your favorite dragon, Justin? From the ones you remember.
Like I said, I do like him. I do like him mostly because I like coffee, and I think my wife would like just the knowledge that there's a barista dragon in universe. But I do like the Potion Master Dragon from Magic Weavers.
Spyro, no.
Spyro, yes, apparently. He's considering alternative career options. You leave him be.
He's considering being a cake.
Or a stripper that hides in cakes.
Oh, he was baked into that thing.
I'm glad that got you, Mason. I'm glad. I'm glad that got you. Never mind the fact that he's not wearing clothing to begin with.
It's a surprise that counts.
Honestly, that last dragon would probably be one of my favorites just because he bakes cake.
What about you, Justin? Who is your favorite boss in the game?
Oh, let's see. My favorite boss. I do like Toasty. Don't get me wrong. I do like Toasty. And I think thematically, my second favorite would probably be Jacques, because I like the exaggerated features. And that little joke about him just being a jack-in-the-box that went over Mason's head until the very end of the goddamn fight.
Where we had to point it out for him.
He's a jack-in-the-box. Yeah, I like Toasty, and then I like Jacques' design. Just the exaggerated, slightly unhinged looking. Like, it looks like something that a weird ass Nork would send to go distract a dragon.
It does. It genuinely does.
Who was your least favorite boss, Mason? Besides Gnasty Nork, since that is the one boss that made you give up. Besides Gnasty Nork, who was your least favorite boss?
I think the Whirlwind one.
Blowhard?
To be fair, Blowhard was the easiest boss fight he had.
Was it his design, or was it just the fact that it barely took effort?
Honestly, probably just because it wasn't much of a challenge.
If I'm being honest, Blowhard is my least favorite boss as well.
And that is completely understandable.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll flat out start out. I did not remember Jacques existed at all in this game, but Blowhard is one I remembered because I found it to be a massive disappointment.
Understandable.
What was your least favorite, Justin?
It's honestly still probably going to be Blowhard.
Well, look at that. Three of us unite on how disappointing this one boss is.
Which is, it's for me, it's sad because if there's two things I love, it's fucking wizards and storm magic. And this was a wizard with tornado magic.
But he didn't even do that right. You could have done so much with that, and it was just. Ugh.
Well, it's not like they were gonna change him at all. He was a revamped version of the original game, but his mechanics were always gonna be the same. They weren't gonna like juice up any of the bosses. And they didn't really need to juice up any of the bosses either. Although Gnasty Nork's level did reinforce one thing that I already knew. You know what that is, Mason?
What?
We're not letting you play Crash Bandicoot.
You know what? I don't. We made Mason play like 95% of this game. I don't think we need to make him play any more platformers unless he wants to try them himself.
Honestly, I think I was a fan of Crash Bandicoot when I was a kid, but then again, I think the one I was most a fan of was the racing.
Yeah, Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Crash is just a 3D platformer.
That was competing with Spyro, I might add.
It was. It really was.
Yes, it was.
That's why they had that death battle.
Yes.
Yep. And Dragon beat
Bandicoot.
Crash. Yep.
Mythical Dragon beats Australian freaking marsupial.
Although Crash did have that sick-ass power frame.
Yep.
It went full Ripley, but it wasn't enough for him in the end.
Really wasn't. I kind of wanted to make a remake of Sly Koopa. I think that'd be interesting to see.
That would actually be really interesting to see. And there's no saying that they won't ever, seeing as how they already made 2 revamps of both Crash and Spyro. Not to mention, Crash got a brand new game.
See, the problem with that is the Sly Cooper games came out on the PS2. So if anything, you're going to get a re-release of them. You're not going to get a remaster, because if they did that, then people would start claiming for a Jak and Daxter and a Ratchet and Clank remastering as well.
Which is money. But
Yeah,
it's
it's-
also effort.
But it's also money that Sony's got to pull their head out of their ass to go, yeah, that's okay.
Easier said than done.
I know
Which actually,
a decent
I
amount
don't
of
even think
people that
Sony.
would shell out for a Sly Cooper remake.
I don't even think it's Sony that owns the rights. I honestly think Jak and Daxter are still owned by Naughty Dog, but Naughty Dog has tried to move away from the Jak franchise with the Uncharted games, and they don't want to go back to it. And the Sly Cooper franchise, I don't know who owns it right now.
I don't know either.
I know Sanzaru owned it for a while. They released 2 games, and then they stopped making them, and they lost the rights to the company. I'm sorry, to the franchise, but I don't remember who bought it from them. It might have been Sucker Punch again, but I'm not entirely sure. But no, if they did a remaster or even a re-release of the Sly Cooper games, I would love to play those for the channel.
Alright, so it's Sucker Punch, it looks like, which is an intellectual property owned by Sony.
I don't think it's owned by Sony. I still think they're a standalone. I think they just go through Sony for publishing.
Okay, Sly and Infamous are intellectual properties owned by Sony.
Okay, so no, they do have to go through Sony for the publishing rights then.
Yep.
So that's probably not going to happen.
Actually, hold on. Looks like the last thing anybody said was in 2022, which was Sucker Punch saying that they're not working on it.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
They said it was for Sly Cooper and Infamous. They weren't going to be working on it anytime soon due to be working on new IP.
They did say that even though they're not working on them at the moment, they would never say never to reopening the doors for Sly Cooper or Infamous.
You know, okay, I'm fine with a remastering and a continuation of the Sly Cooper series because there's still a lot to work with that. But as far as Infamous goes,
I feel like that's done.
it's not even that the franchise is dead. It has a massive fan base. It's that a lot of the fan base doesn't want there to be another game. A lot of people just said, okay, Infamous 2 finished up. They're never going to top that. And the only reason why they were okay with Infamous Second Son was because it was a completely different character.
Yeah, I get that. In the future, they might do remakes. Like in a couple of years when.
Oh yeah, re-release or a remake, I'm sure the fans would absolutely love.
Yeah.
Justin, you're more of a fan of the Infamous games than I am. Would you love a remake or a remaster of those games?
Honestly, I would not be opposed to a remake, just with like a little bit of updated graphics, maybe, because the first game more so than the second game, it definitely looked a little unnatural with like how they would speak and how they would stand. It seemed very not jittery, but puppet-like.
Right.
They fixed that a lot in the second game, and I know a lot of that has to do with, better technology, better graphics, better software. So, personally, I would not be opposed to a remaster of Infamous and Infamous 2, because I always felt like those two games are a really good example of the morality system done right, in my opinion.
And just because it's here.
Gnasty's ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. The gate will only open if you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
And that's it for Spyro. We will see you all in the next video.
That we
See you all in
will.
the next game.